This is my audience. Hi, I'm Diego Novella, and I will be reading Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address from 1863 and give my critical, reflective thoughts afterwards. 77 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here have lost their lives, that the nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far beyond our power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is for us to be here, dedicated to the great work remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave their last full measures of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not have perished from this earth. This speech is an incredibly powerful and short one. In this speech, Abraham Lincoln addresses a ceremony taken after the Battle of Gettysburg, a battle in which countless lives, both on the Union and Confederate side of the Civil War, were lost. He assures and calls to action that the lives lost during this battle cannot go in vain, that the purpose for which they fought for, the freedom of slaves and civil rights, cannot go unanswered. That in order to preserve and honor the dead and their memory, they must continue fighting to allow the Union to prevail and for the nation to prosper. It goes without saying the importance of slavery and civil rights during this battle. The Confederacy and Union lost so many lives during the Civil War, and the Battle of Gettysburg was one among many battles in which countless lives were lost. Abraham Lincoln calls to action that despite the many dangers and struggles in battle, that we cannot stop fighting for that which we believe. Thank you.